Hi, I'm Nick Hodge with the Outsider Club. I'm sitting down with Hugh Agro. He's the president and CEO of Revival Gold. Revival Gold is no stranger to Outsider Club and the premium publications, and to the members here. We financed it multiple times in Nick's notebook, and I have followed it in early advantage as it has gone about exploring and developing the Bear Track Arnett project in Idaho, which was a past producing asset. And so, Hugh, I want to jump right into it. Thanks for joining me again today. I know you and your family are well. We discussed that offline. And so right to it about the name Revival, and gosh, it couldn't be more appropriate. I know we questioned it for the past couple of years, but here we are with gold prices at 7+ year highs in US dollar terms, Revival near 52-week highs, and seemingly a gold revival bull market underway. What say you about that?
Nick, you and your subscribers were in on the ground floor when we got this business started almost 4 years ago, and it really has been a revival. Couldn't have played out better than what you and we were hoping for and expecting in terms of the growth and enthusiasm for gold. Now at 10% of the index in the Toronto S&P index, generalist investors can no longer ignore the sector, and they're coming in waves. It really truly is a revival, and the name Revival is not just about our belief that in the importance of gold in the economy and to investors, but also the revival of a veteran gold team, the revival of the Bear Track Arnett asset, and the creation of a new growth company in gold.
So bring me up to speed on where you are now, and then we'll talk about what's next. You've recently announced a PEA has commenced on the project. Let's quickly recap what's happened with the resource expansion over the past couple of years, and now headed into some economics.
We started with nil in terms of resource. In May 2018, we came out with a 2 million ounce maiden resource. We've now increased that to 3 million ounces as of February just passed. And I think we can continue to grow that. Our internal expectations are for better than 5 million ounces at Bear Track Arnett. The project has a lot of scope to be increased in size. We're busy with plans to continue to do that. The team has executed well over the last 3 years, and I expect we'll continue to execute well with the project at hand. And in addition to that, in addition to the resource expansion, as you've said, we've now started a PEA process, a preliminary economic assessment underway on the first phase heap leach restart project at Bear Track Arnett. We'll have that study done by the end of this year. Engineers have been out to site, and under Idaho's rules and regulations, we have mining and exploration carved out as an essential industry. So no slowdown in terms of COVID-19 for our PEA engineering work.
As you know, Hugh, I live here in Eastern Washington. I'm adjacent to the Idaho border, and they opened up well before Spokane. Restaurants and salons have been open in Coeur d'Alene, et cetera, for a couple of weeks now. So Idaho is definitely getting back to it. I want to pivot and talk about valuation and what's next a little bit, because despite what I would call relatively good stock performance, equity performance, your valuation has lagged peers. And I'm just looking at some RBC numbers from last month saying that, with your measured, indicated, and inferred resources, you're trading somewhere around $8 an ounce of enterprise value, right? Where your peers the average is around twice that, 19. And so I want to ask you about something you said recently about that. You were talking about your share price and valuation and what's next, saying that your shareholder base with Orion Mine Finance and a lot of other strategics are they're patient and they're not sellers. And so you were saying liquidity begets the liquidity, but you don't have that because you have what I would call strong hands in the market, right? Not willing to sell and churn stock. And I thought that was a good point. But then what you said next was one of the things you're undertaking to remedy that, and I want to get it right here. So I want to quote you. Let me find it. Is Others recognize the importance of those steps and those opportunities to add value inorganically by seeking out like-minded partners. So you can bet we've got a lot of work going on that front as well. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, you put me right on the spot, Nick. Listen, we think that investors want scale in their investment opportunities and liquidity. And our team, and with the backing that you've just described in our company, we have tremendous scope to do a whole lot more. And so we are very busy at the moment looking at opportunities to continue to grow the company, not just organically with our existing project with Bear Track Arnett, which we've talked about, but also with other projects where our team can deliver value, where our financial backers can deliver capital to advance projects, and where we see a good fit with this overall growth in gold strategy at Revival Gold. We think that the move in the metal price has been good, but there are still opportunities out there to continue to build our business, and we're very excited about that aspect of the business. It's something that's a work in progress. And as you know, we try to over deliver when it comes to these kinds of expectations. Watch this space. We're busy at it.
It was the word inorganic that definitely caught my attention, because that means not with your current project. You want to grow with something that is not currently yours. I like the way you tap dance, Hugh. I think you'd make a great partner, and I appreciate the update today. I look forward to further news releases on the things you and I discussed in this interview, and we'll certainly have you back on to discuss those if and when they materialize. For subscribers that are listening, we continue to buy Revival Gold below $1, and its price targets for multiple analysts are more than twice that, or twice that, $2 in one case. So Hugh, I appreciate your time today and hope to talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Nick.